Hello and welcome to the Material Girl gift guide. We're going to be talking about knitting, crochet, sewing patterns that can all be done in an afternoon or less, plus some other like crafty DIY ideas and some wrapping inspo as well. So these are all very simple projects, but very cute and something that someone in your life will definitely appreciate. Because all of these are quite quick, small projects, a lot of them can be made with scraps or leftover materials or things that you probably already have in your stash as well. So it's great because it won't break the bank and you can get rid of some scraps instead of buying a bunch of new materials. Every pattern that I mentioned is also available for free. You're welcome. This is a Material Girl gift guide, so all of the patterns are going to be from Material Grrrlz, which is a magazine that I run. Through it, I design and put out free knitting, crochet, and sewing patterns every quarter. There's a lot of other like fun fiber art stuff in there as well, so I'll leave all the links to get subscribed down below. But all of these patterns are from the large library of things that I've put out in the past 2 years through Material Grrrlz, and they're all available for free. All have print instructions, and a lot of them have video tutorials as well. So again, all those links will be down below, along with timestamps to each section: knitting, crochet, sewing, other DIY, wrapping. Starting out with sewing, probably the cutest sewing pattern that I've ever designed is the cowgirl boot stocking. So you do some patchwork, you quilt this together, and I think it's so adorable, both as a Christmas decoration, but I think it would make a great gift as well. You can customize all the different fabrics to whatever color schemes and things that people are into. Obviously, because it's a stocking, you also get to have some fun stuffing this, so just getting lots of little things that someone would enjoy, whether that's like candy or gift cards. You can fill it with some of the other small DIYs that I will share next. This pattern for customizable booze totes I think is perfect for anyone who's hosting this season. So if you're going over to someone's house, make them a little wine tote out of a fabric that they would like, put a nice bottle of wine in it as a gift, and you can bring that over. I think it's such a cute way to present things because it's customizable. You can also customize the pattern to fit any size bottle that you have. So if you wanted to make, say, like a custom cocktail or something, you could make different wine totes that fit, you know, like the mixer and the alcohol, and like put them together. They would look quite cute together. They'd be different sizes. I think that would be so sweet. The customizable one is these device sleeves, which are super cute. You put some batting in them so that they're actually quite protective, and you just quilt over them with very simple stitches, and of course tie it up with a cute little bow, which I love to do on these patterns. Again, very customizable for different colors and patterns that people like, and it can also be custom to what the person needs. So say you have a student in your life, maybe you make them one that will fit their laptop as they head off to school, or if you know someone who's a big reader, it could fit their Kindle or their Nook and be a very cute way to carry that around. Scrunchies, this is one of my favorite patterns to make because it's just so much fun to go to the store and figure out different trims and laces to match up with your fabrics. So these super big fluffy scrunchies are also very beginner friendly sewing. You can make them in like 15 minutes, so I think making a set of these for someone could be quite cute. Great stocking stuffer, great way to use up scraps, but still such a statement piece that I think any like fashionable girly in your life would really appreciate. Onto knitting, obviously gloves are a very popular one for the winter, but I have a fun take on them with these tabby mittens. So the idea, it's like tabby shoes that separate your toes, but it's for your fingers instead. I think these are so sweet, and you hold 2 yarns together to make this. So obviously these ones are just one color. They're nice and fluffy because of the 2 yarns. You also have the option to do 2 different colors, which makes some fun like color variation. I have a reawakened love for these right now because recently people have been tagging me in a lot of their makes of these because it's about to be, you know, the winter season. Everyone's making their tabby mittens, and I've seen so many cute ones. People have done it in stripes, different colors. Some people add some mohair to make it like extra cozy and fuzzy. So I think this is a great option for kind of like a fun take on a mitten. If you do like a more classic mitten shape, we also have the Material Girl mitts. These are fun because it comes with different color charts so that you can add different things to them, like a horseshoe or a cowgirl boot. It also comes with some blank charts so you can color in if there's like a specific thing that you want to make and customize it to the person. Whether that's like a symbol that they like, or you want to do initials of their name, chart in the pattern that you can lay out whatever, and that will go right in the middle of the mitten, which I think is so sweet and a fun way to further customize and make a cool handmade thing for someone. Poly pocket pouches. These are so sweet. They're of course so easy because they fit in the palm of your hand, so it takes like a few hours to make them. You can insert beads into them. I've used glitter yarn with them. You tie a bow around the top to kind of cinch the pouch together, so you can do that with either a crochet chain, or I like to also put ribbon in there as well. So there's just so many options to make this super cute. The idea with these is that it would like fit anything that would just be swimming around in your purse, so things like an AirPods case or keys. Super practical for that, but I think when it comes to gift giving, it would be fun to fill it with fun things like little candies or nail polish or lip gloss, something like that. For some quick knit hair accessories, we have this scrap knit striped scrunchie. So much fun to pair different colors together with this. It's going to add such a fun pop of color and just like a puff of fluffiness. And then the frilly knit scrunchie, which I think is such a cool take on like a classic scrunchie shape. So it has ruffles all around it, and then you tie it around with a bow at the bottom of your bun. Either of these I think are super unique hair accessories that anyone who has long hair would like doing their hair would enjoy to get. Talk crochet. First of all, these beaded socks, which I'm obsessed with. They're so nostalgic to me because I just remember having a ton of these into the 2000s. They're very simple to make. You can probably make a pair in like 30 minutes. And honestly, I think they're fun for all ages. Like this would be such a cute baby gift if you have any like kids in your life that you want to make stuff for. But I have pairs that I wear also in my like mid-20s with a cute little pair of like Mary Janes or something. I think they're so sweet sweet, all the different like colors and beads you can have fun picking out. And you just attach it to a pair of pre-made socks. So it's a way to kind of like DIY something without having to make a whole product. The Be My Baby bonnet I think is just so darling. Obviously I love anything that has a little like bow closure. Super fast to make, you don't need to know that many crochet techniques to do it. And I think it's a fun take on something classic like a beanie. It has a little bit more like style and personality to it. For crochet hair accessories, a scrunchie is always a good way to go. These are super fun to make because you do it around a hairband that you have. So it's super fast and I find it just super satisfying to like go in circles around it and just make it all puffed up. The pattern has the option to do it in 2 colors as well, kind of like a checkerboard look, which I think adds some extra fun pops of color. Also, this cluster stitch bow, I'm obsessed with the cluster stitch. I think it just looks so cute. It makes a great hair accessory if you attach a pin to the back of it, but I also think that something I might do with this Christmas is make them to put on top of gifts so that you can have kind of like a DIY fluffy little bow on a gift instead of using a plastic one. And one more cozy crochet pattern are these little leg warmers. These are one of the simplest crochet patterns that I've ever put out. They're easy to make, but I feel like they have so many cute details, like the ruffle around the shoe, which just looks cute on any shoe that you put it on, another bow as well. I've also got a miscellaneous DIY section here if you want to make something that's kind of like cute and crafty and homemade, but you don't want to deal with yarn and fabric and like making a whole project in that way. Just one more sock idea because honestly I love like getting socks for Christmas. I think it's such a fun, customizable, like quick thing to just throw into people's gifts. You could find fun laces and attach frills to the top of a pair of socks or embroider something on the side of a pair of socks. I really like kind of longer tube socks that you can wear with like a cute pair of shoes, loafers, have a fun, perhaps colored sock sticking out, and I think it would be even cuter if there was a little icon embroidered onto it. Beaded hair clips, go find the friendship bracelet materials that you have in some back cabinet and use them to make little hair clips. These are so sweet and again add just something kind of a little bit more like fashionable and DIY to a classic hair accessory. And I've made these before. I've been able to get barrettes that have 2 little holes on either end of them, and so that's where I would attach the friendship bracelet string and just hang a bunch of beads from them. Decorated lighters are so cute. Again, it's something you could customize, like you could put their initials on it. You can kind of go as maximal or as simple as you want here. So I've done this before by just getting like gem sticker sheets and sticking gems all over stuff. You could also get beads and hot glue and really like get it packed on there. Glitter, paint, I just think the opportunities are endless here, and there's so many cute like colored ones out there that would be fun to just dress up, I think. Plus you could pair this with a nice candle, which is always a great Christmas gift, and I think that would be like a fun DIY element to add. We have to talk about some wrapping inspo quick because I feel like as a material girl, the like DIY presentation of a product is just as important as what's actually inside. And ever since we've been starting getting close to the holidays, my Pinterest has just been flooded with very cute ones. So here are some of my favorites. This is literally just pieces of paper, but they're cut into fun shapes and then stitched around the side. I think this is genius, especially if you're making someone something that's kind of like fibery. It kind of fits the theme. Fun way to present a gift. Like I've never been able to do something in a shape before, but I love this idea. Any shape that you want and then just a simple stitch all the way around. And then it's kind of fun to like bust it open as well, especially for giving a gift that has kind of like lots of little elements that could come pouring out. I think that would be quite cute for this. Another way to dress up some paper. I think this is so great because this will all be recyclable wrapping paper. So you could get some plain paper, put on some lipstick and kiss all over it to make a pattern. I think that would be so sweet, especially for a significant other. Tie it up with some string, hang a note off of it. I think this is adorable. Also get crafty with some paper by just drawing things on it yourself. Obviously you could draw anything, you could write on it, you could do a fun pattern, but I think these ones are quite fun because they kind of mimic what would normally be on a gift, like a big wrapped ribbon. Tissue paper inspo here. I think it's just like a good reminder to use what you have around you. Like I feel like I don't really keep wrapping paper on hand, but sometimes I'll just have like random pieces of tissue paper. You could wrap something up here, use a cute ribbon, and then grab some gems, maybe from one of your DIY projects that you have left over, and just add some of those to the top to make it cute. Or another one here, wrap something up and then print out a picture that you like. It could be literally anything. It could be related to the gift or not. Like this one is just a strawberry because that's adorable. Slip it in the top to add some visual interest, type a bow. I think that is so sweet. A potential opportunity to reuse something around you. I think that it's great to wrap things with materials like newspaper or old magazines. These ones look quite classy because I think they're Vogue magazines that have been used to wrap up gifts. And of course, anything is made cute by just adding a bow to it. Using something cool and editorial or fashiony to wrap something up would have some really cool images on the outside of it. People could maybe even use it afterwards to collage and cut things out. Same thing could be said for something like scrapbook paper, like any kind of craft materials that you have on hand. I think you could wrap things up in that and have it be a part of the gift as well. And lastly, these are envelopes, but they had me feeling inspired about using kind of notions and fun things that I have on hand to add some visual interest to gifts. If you have any scrap pieces of lace that can't really be used for a project anymore because they're not long enough, literally just tape it to the edge of your presents and it will make things super cute. Those are all the ideas that I have for you today. However, there is a further library array of free patterns from Material Grrrlz, so take a look because you might be inspired for another gift as well, or maybe something that you want to make yourself. I'll link everything that I mentioned down below, along with all the ways that you can get involved with Material Grrrlz. So Material Grrrlz is a free quarterly magazine, not both in print and digitally, and each issue has free knitting, crochet, and sewing patterns in it, along with fun girly games. We interview different makers. It's all fiber art related stuff, but in a pink, glittery, nostalgic, girly, fun package. So have a worldwide community platform called Material Grrrlz World, where you can log on, put yourself on an interactive map of crafters all around the world, share your makes, ask for advice. Maybe you can go looking for or sharing Christmas gift recommendations. Everyone gets a custom profile in there. We have events that you can join. There's already over 2,000 people in over 70 countries on there, so lots of cool crafters to engage with. The platform is completely free to join. We love a free resource around here, as you can tell. I'll leave all the info down below about how to join us. If you do end up making any of the patterns that I mentioned, make sure to tag Material Grrrlz so we can see. I always love seeing people's different takes on these projects because there's so many different ways to customize them. I hope this was helpful and that you have a good day and a great holiday season.